It begins as a simple Persian lime, grown in tropical climates. This small green fruit is a biological battery of flavor and acidity. But inside this factory, it is transformed into this citric acid, an odorless, colorless, crystalline powder that powers the food industry. It creates the tart bite in your soda, the sour dust on your candy, and the shelf life in your jarred sauces. We are entering a facility that processes 500 tons of fresh limes every single day, extracting value from every layer of the fruit. Welcome to the Sour Science. Today we track the journey from fresh citrus to industrial acid.
As you can see behind me, the sorting process is in full swing. These machines can handle thousands of limes per minute.
The process starts at the intake flow. Trucks dump tons of limes directly into moving water, which cushions the fruit to prevent bruising. The water acts as a conveyor belt, washing off field dirt while transporting the limes into the main building. An elevator lifts the limes out of the filter. They are now wet, relatively clean, and ready for inspection. To ensure the final acid is pure, the limes pass through high-pressure brush washers to remove every speck of soil and pesticide. Human inspectors remove any rotten fruit. A single bad lime can introduce unwanted bacteria into the fermentation process later. Optical lasers scan the skin of every lime. The machine is looking for color consistency and size. Compressed air jets instantly shoot out any limes that don't meet the strict quality standards. The limes are then sized. Uniform size is critical because the oil extraction machines are calibrated to specific diameters. Sorted limes are held in surge silos, ensuring the juice extractors never run empty. Before we squeeze the juice, we must harvest the most valuable part of the lime, the essential oil in the skin. This process is called scarification. Rollers covered in sharp needles prick the skin of a lime thousands of times. This ruptures the microscopic oil sacs and zest, releasing the volatile lime oil. Water sprays over the tumbling fruit to wash the released oil into a collection trough, creating a milky emulsion.
The heavy curtain of water washes the released lime oil from the tumbling fruit, creating this distinct, milky emulsion.
The limes leave the scarifier looking rough and shaved, but the precious oil has been successfully captured. The water
lime
and
oil
oil
and water
mixture is
emulsion
pumped to the
from
centrifuge
collection
room
tank
for
towards
separation.
the centrifuge, beginning the refining process.
These disc-stacked centrifuges spin at 6,000 revolutions per minute. The force separates the lighter oil from the heavier water. Out comes cold-pressed lime oil. It is incredibly concentrated and used in flavorings and perfumes worldwide. A single drum of this oil is worth thousands of dollars. But for the lime itself, the journey is just beginning. The water is filtered and recycled back to the scarifier, creating an efficient closed loop.
Illustrating the closed-loop system.
Meanwhile, the shaved limes travel to the extraction deck to be crushed. These are inline cup extractors. They are designed to extract juice without crushing the bitter seeds or membrane. A metal tube is pushed up into the fruit, and a plunger squeezes the juice out from the inside, instantly separating it from the peel. The peels are ejected and sent to the cattle feed plant. Nothing goes to a landfill. The raw juice, full of pulp and seeds, flows into a collection trough. It passes through a finisher, a screw press with a fine screen that removes the seeds and excess pulp. The pulp is washed with water to recover every last drop of acid. This pulp wash is perfect for industrial citric acid production.
As the pulp is washed in the secondary screw, water extracts the remaining acids and sugars.
The juice is stored in chilled silos. Now, the process shifts from food production to chemical engineering.
Cooled by the specialized system, the lime juice is stored in these towering tanks before moving on to the next stage of chemical processing.
Lab tests confirm the acidity. Lime juice is naturally rich in citric acid, but it is mixed with water, sugars, and gums. Pumps send the juice to the reaction hall. We need to isolate the acid molecule from everything else. We are now leaving the food plant and entering the chemical refinery. Huge reactor tanks are filled with the lime juice. The goal is to solidify the acid so we can fish it out. We use calcium hydroxide, also known as lime milk. Ironically, we use mineral lime to extract acid from fruit lime.
The specialized hopper precisely dispenses the white powder, calcium hydroxide, into the water.
When the calcium hits the citric acid, they bond instantly. The acid binds with the calcium to form calcium citrate, a heavy solid salt that cannot stay dissolved in water.
The calcium ions lock onto the citric acid, forming heavy crystal structures that quickly sink to the bottom.
The juice turns into a thick white sludge. The acid is now trapped in these solid particles. To separate the solid acid from the leftover juice sugars, we use a rotary drum filter. Water sprays wash away the sugars and impurities, leaving us with a clean filter cake of calcium citrate.
As the drum rotates, fresh water blasts the white cake, washing away impurities and leaving behind only the purified calcium citrate.
A blade scrapes the solid cake off the drum. This white powder holds the citric acid in a dormant state. Now we must unlock it. The solids are moved to an acidification tank and mixed with sulfuric acid.
As the sulfuric acid is introduced, the calcium citrate immediately reacts, creating the steam you see rising from this exothermic process.
The sulfuric acid steals the calcium back, turning into gypsum. This releases the citric acid back into a liquid form.
As the separation continues, the heavy white gypsum particles sink, leaving the clear citric acid on top.
We filter it again. The solid waste, gypsum, is removed and sold to the construction industry to make drywall. What remains is a crude citric acid solution. It's acidic, but it still has color and mineral impurities. The liquid passes through tall columns filled with activated carbon. The carbon traps any remaining color molecules. Then, ion exchange resins remove any stray mineral salts. The result is a pharmaceutical-grade liquid acid. But it's still mostly water. It enters a vacuum evaporator to boil off the moisture without burning the acid. Under a vacuum, the water boils off at low temperatures, thickening the liquid into a supersaturated syrup. We now have a supersaturated solution. It is desperate to crystallize. The syrup is pumped into a crystallizer. As it cools, the acid molecules lock together, forming solid crystals. It becomes a thick slurry, a mixture of perfect crystals and leftover liquid. One last spin in a centrifuge separates the crystals from the liquid mother liquor.
As the centrifuge spins at high speed, the slurry is introduced. The liquid is forced through the mesh.
The crystals emerge damp and sparkling. They enter a fluid bed dryer. Hot air floats the crystals, drying them gently to a precise moisture content. Vibrating screens sort the crystals by size. Fine powder for drink mixes, coarser grains for candy. A final pass over high-strength magnets ensures purity. Most is packed into 1-ton super sacks for industrial customers like soda bottlers. Smaller 25 kilograms bags are filled for bakeries and pharmaceutical companies. Robots stack the bags on pallets, ready for shipment. Wrapped and sealed, the lime's transformation is complete. Samples are retained from every batch to ensure they meet international food safety standards. From here, it ships to candy factories, cleaning supply plants, and beverage bottlers around the world. It is a remarkable journey, from a green fruit growing in the sun to a chemically pure white crystal. It is pure, concentrated sour power. Just one crystal packs the punch of a whole slice of fruit.
Let's see just how potent this single crystal of citric acid really is. Here we go.
And crucially, nothing is wasted. The oil, the peel, and even the chemical byproducts all find a second life. A perfect blend of agriculture and industrial chemistry, working 24/7 to power the modern world. If you enjoyed this sour science, hit like and let us know what we should process next.